Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steph. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Well, today I am trying a new to me indie makeup brand, and that comes from celebrity makeup artist extraordinaire HINDASH. This is the brand new HINDASH Monochromance eyeshadow palette. It's a pressed pigment palette. Now, this is my very first time trying anything from the HINDASH brand, but I've heard a lot of great things about his first release with one of these similar types of eyeshadow palettes. I heard how beautiful the shades blended out and how user-friendly they were. So when I saw this debuted on his website, I thought, you know what? This palette looks like something that I would love to try. I would love to have it in my stash, and a great way just to try the brand for the first time. Now, along with this collection, along with this eyeshadow palette, there was a few other items released. There was some lip liners, a couple lipsticks. There was also something called Boy Tears, which is like a liquid duochrome. I didn't pick up any of those things. Guys, I bought a lot of indie makeup this last like week and a half. So this was the only item I was able to pick up. It's available right now on his website and it retails for $70. Now, when I swatched this palette, I went outdoors and I swatched it and everything. I thought we were getting like 18 different shades, but there's actually 24 different shades, and you can see that it has like an ombre effect across the pans. Now, you can use this palette however you want, but the recommendation on their website is to just dip into each individual shade to get that specific color payoff, but you use it however you want. These are matte shadows that are vegan as well. And again, I've heard nothing but great things about this brand, and I've heard that the eyeshadow palette, the first one released, which this is only the second one, the first one was very user-friendly. So I have really high expectations. You do get a mirror over here on this side, and of course this nice nude pink packaging. Let's get started, guys. I'm going to be creating 3 different looks. 2 of the looks are going to be all matte looks, and then for the third look, I'm going to bring in like a multichrome or duochrome. I have the Sugar Drizzle liquid duochrome shadow up here, so I might just go in with this, but I do want to add a little bit of sparkle just so that we can see the versatility of the eyeshadow palettes. I seem to be creating a lot of all matte looks lately, from this palette to the Viseart palettes that I tried not too long ago. It's definitely shaping up to be a matte shadow season. If you guys want to see the new HINDASH Monochromance palette in action, keep on watching. Using the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer, let's dive on into this amazing palette. You can see where I was swatching it. I want to do something like pink and purple, I think. And then I want to do something with the blues and maybe these tan shades. So I'm going to start first with the pink, okay? And I'm going to start with the lighter part of the pink shadow and then work my way towards the deeper part. All right, now I feel like I'm going to be dipping into a lot of smaller makeup brushes, so I'll probably be using the Rephr 13 pretty frequently during this video, which is what I'm going to start with right now. Now, I saw a lot of beautiful looks over on the HINDASH website and over on his Instagram, and I love the way that they did like kind of winged out looks. They did some cut creases, but very, very unique. And it was just this palette and of course the Boy Tears, that liquid duochrome, multichrome shadow that they were using. Okay, so this is just from that lighter pink. I really like it. I think that looks good. I'm gonna move more towards the middle of that pink shade. So you can see right there that it is a deeper shade. And also, it's gonna depend, guys, on how you build it up, how much product you pick up. that I think is going to determine the ultimate payoff that you get. But from what I've heard about his formula is that the shadows blend themselves. Sign me up for that. Now I'm going to go into the deepest part of the pink. I'm going to use that to kind of create a wing. All using the Rephr 13. Okay. So far, so good. I'm going to clean off the brush. I'm going to go back into the middle. Just blend right in here. Now on a Rephr 26, I'm going to go into the deepest part of the purple. This is called Antidote. The pink is called Heavy Petal. I'm going to connect. Nice. This Rephr 26 is one of my favorites just because it's so versatile. Now with this little pencil brush from Shop Miss A, I'm going in with the same purple, the deeper side of the pan, and I'm going to run that closer to the lash line. Now on a Rephr 13, I'm going back in with the lightest shade of pink. Now on a Rephr 28, I'm going to go in with the lightest shade in Alter Ego. I'm going to place that right here where I don't have any shadow. Now I'm going to go back in with the middle pink just to blend a little bit. I'm going back in with the darker pink. Just very lightly. All right, now on the lower lash line, I'm going to start off with the deeper purple, what I used on the top lash line. And then I'm going to work my way through the pan using that same little pencil brush. Cleaning it off, now I'm dipping into the middle. Cleaning it off, now I'm going into the lightest. I think these are the perfect shades for spring. Definitely a springtime palette with the pastels. All right, guys, so I think I'm gonna leave the look here as far as shadow is concerned. I'm gonna add some eyeliner, some mascara, no lashes today, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 1. All right, guys, so here's the completed look number 1. Of course, I had to do a little bit of wing with the eyeliner, and I used this one from Shop Miss A. It's just a purple eyeliner pen, the Artista eyeliner pen. For mascara, I'm using the new one from Urban Decay. This will be the mascara I use throughout the video. And for the lower waterline, Amethyst Hour from ColourPop. That's one of my favorite like pastel lavender shades. And this is the look. I think it was very easy. Definitely a pastel moment going on here. And once again, smaller brushes, I think, are going to work better with this palette just because you're going to be dipping into the 4 different shades that are in that pan. I don't know if some of you are going to like this setup. Let me know. Let me know if you've tried his other palettes and how this ombre shadow effect has worked for you. But let's move on over to the left eye and start working on look number 2. Okay, so for look number 2, I think I want to do something with these 2 pans up here, and maybe even this one, and then I want to do something blue for the lower lash line. So I'm going to start with this pan called Alter Ego. Actually, yeah, I'm going to start with the lightest shade first, so I'm going to do that towards the inner corner, and then I'm going to move into Match Made. So on a Rephr 14, I'm taking the lighter side of Alter Ego. And I'm actually gonna place that like all over here. Now I'm going in with the center shade in Match Made. And I'm gonna be applying that up here. Same Rephr 14, I just cleaned it off. Now I'm going in with the deeper shade in Match Made. I'm gonna focus that out here. These are definitely some really nice taupe shades. And they are blending out really well, like really easily. But just know there's not going to be a lot of depth with this palette. And it's just not intended for that. It's a springtime palette, a pastel palette. So I'm trying to build up as much as I can, but I think this is pretty much as deep as it's going to get with Match Made. All right, now I'm going in with the middle shade in Match Made. I'm just gonna apply that up here. All right, now I think I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade in Heartthrob, and I'm gonna place that on the lid. And I'm using a Rephr 02. Oh, I like that. This is that terracotta pan in the palette. That's beautiful. And this is the lightest shade. Okay, so now I feel like I need to add some more of, I'm gonna go in with Alter Ego, which was the very top shade, the lightest section. Just adding some back. Now I'm going in with the middle of Match Made, just blending right in here. Remember, when you're doing all matte looks, you gotta blend. Add a little bit more of Heartthrob, the lightest. All right, now on a Rephr 26, I'm gonna go into the lightest shade in Forever Inked. And I'm gonna apply that all over, and I'm gonna drag it down some as well. Okay, same brush. Now I'm gonna go in with the deeper shade in Forever Inked. And I'm gonna run that all the way down on the lash line. This is a beautiful blue. And I haven't noticed any fallout. Like, these matte shades are really smooth. They are really smooth, and there's not really any kick up in the pan, very little. Now, the only thing I feel this palette is lacking for me is like an inner corner highlight. I feel like this one, even though it is the lightest shade, it's still a little too dark for me. But, you know, I'm just using the palette. For the third look, I will bring in a shimmer. But for right now, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Let me add some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 2. All right, guys, so here's the completed look number 2. I love it. This is my favorite so far, just because I love like the combination of the brown and blue. I've said that so many times on my channel. For the lower waterline, I went in with one of my new favorite ColourPop eyeliners. This one is in the shade Crystal Crush. I picked this one up from Ulta. Same mascara, and to tightline the upper lash line, I went in with the Flower Beauty pen style eyeliner. It is the Forever Wear winged liner, and this one is in the shade Dark and Stormy. It's a dark brown, and I love the way this look came out. Beautiful. I am going to remove this eye look, and I'm going to come back and we're going to start creating the third and final look, where I am going to bring in some type of shimmer so we can see how it looks with these matte shadows. All right, guys, so let's start working on look number 3. So I am going to be using the liquid duochrome, liquid multichrome from Sugar Drizzle. This is the Pink Rock Candy shade. So what I'm gonna do first is work with the pink pan, Heavy Petal, and then I'm gonna use Heartthrob to deepen it up. All right, so I'm taking a Refer 16 and I'm going in with the lighter shade, the lighter side of the pink palette. All right, now with the same brush, I'm gonna go into the deeper side of the pan. Just focus that a little bit lower. Now with the Refer 13, I'm gonna go into this little area right here of Heartthrob. I'm gonna use that out here. These shades are blending into one another so nicely. These are definitely the way people say they are, very blendable. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the middle of the Heavy Petal pan, which is the pink one. I'm just gonna focus that right in here. Okay, now I'm gonna take this liquid duochrome, multichrome. Look how beautiful that is. Now, the one that HINDASH had was more of like a gold platinum shade, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And it was just that one shade. That was a new product to his line. Look at this. Woo! All right, so I'm gonna leave my eye closed so this can dry. Now, while that's drying, I'm gonna go back in with the darker side of Heartthrob, like that terracotta. I think we'll do the purple on the lower lash line. All right, now I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand, and that's how I'm gonna go over. Just lightly tapping it. Of course, this is gonna be my inner corner highlight. These are so beautiful. I cannot wait to grab more of these. I forget how much they are. I wanna say they could be like 13 bucks. Sugar Drizzle is a pretty affordable brand when it comes to duo and multichromes. They're the most affordable that I've seen. Look at that. Love this. All right, now on a Refer 26, I'm gonna go in with the middle of the purple pan, which is Antidote. I'm just gonna be running that along the lower lash line. Now I'm going in with the deeper side. Same Refer 26. All right, guys, let me add some liner and mascara, and I'll be right back to show you this third and final look with the new HINDASH palette. All right, guys, so here's the third and final look with this new HINDASH palette. I love it. I'm not an all matte look type of person. I mean, sometimes, but not all the time. So for me, this palette is going to be best utilized when I bring in some fun multichromes and duochromes and just shimmer shades. I think the palette is perfect for these type of like liquid shadows, and I'm glad to see that he did include one of those in his collection. I just wasn't able to pick it up. Let me tell you quickly what I used to complete this look. Same Urban Decay mascara, and for the lower waterline, I went in with a LA Girl Neon Shockwave lip liner. This one is in the shade Blaze, and then I just tight lined the top lash line with some Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid eyeliner, and this is the completed look. Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video, share with you my final thoughts, and whether I think this new Monochromance palette is worth your money. Alright guys, so now that I have completed 3 looks with the new HINDASH Monochromance eyeshadow palette, let me go ahead and share with you my thoughts, my very first impression, first time trying HINDASH as a brand. I think that the overall packaging is great. I love it. And I love that these shadows are unique in their presentation. I haven't seen, maybe I've seen one other brand do this kind of like ombre effect with their shadows, but I can't even remember which one it was off the top of my head. HINDASH is the one that first comes to mind when I think of these ombre shadow pans. I think it's unique. I think it's different. I will say that I 100% agree with all the people out there that say the shadows are so easy to work with, that they're user-friendly, that they're easy to blend. Yes, they most definitely are. And I do think that while it is an all matte palette, it is very user-friendly, especially for somebody like me who kind of struggles a bit with creativity when it comes to creating all matte looks. I love a good shimmer. What can I say, guys? I love, you know, sparkly shadows. I just think it's so pretty. But I do know that there is a place in many people's makeup stashes, in their makeup routines, where sparkle is not an option. Give me matte shadows 24/7, and that's the way a lot of you out there, you love to create your eye looks. It's totally understandable. I think this is a really nice addition to his line. His other eyeshadow palette was a little bit more earthy toned. I remember it had like some browns in there. I think there was like a rusty shade in there. And then I don't completely remember, you know, the other shades off the top of my head. I do remember that this is completely different from that one though, like a totally opposite side of the spectrum. These are again more lighter shades, more colorful shades, which is one reason why I was drawn to the palette. And of course, I was drawn to the palette because I had never tried the formula, and I've heard nothing but really good things. And I can totally vouch for that. The formula is really good, very blendable, very easy to work with. Now, for me, I struggle to kind of see the difference, I mean, in some of the shades. Now, I know he said you could get 24 shades out of this. Personally, I see 18, but you know, you can see it kind of here in the purple. I guess there is, like, this is the lighter, the middle, and then the deep. I don't always get that. That doesn't always translate to the eye. So for me, I'm gonna say that with some of these pans, you might get, you know, 2 or 3 instead of the 4. But I'll leave it up to you into how you interpret that once you get it home and start playing with it on your eyes. But I like it. I love the color scheme. For me, this is gonna be a palette, a companion palette, because I'm definitely gonna wanna bring in something sparkly, something, you know, with a shimmer shade. But performance, this palette is aces. Now, is it worth $70? That's a hefty price tag. It's a hefty price tag, considering that if you're just looking at it straight away, there's only 6 pans, but technically there's 24 shades. I feel like there's more 18 than 24. So I do feel like the $70 price tag is a bit much, but that's the category that HINDASH has placed his brand. So it is more along, I guess you could say, the luxury line of makeup pricing, because in my opinion, for $70, that's getting into luxury pricing. And so I'll leave it up to you whether you're willing to pay that much for a palette like this. The formula is great, but you can also get great formula from other eyeshadow palettes that don't necessarily cost $70. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. So what your wallet, what your budget will allow you to do, and if this even appeals to you color story wise. I think if you're looking to try a new brand, a brand that was created by an amazing makeup artist, and these shadows appeal to you, these colors, then I don't think you're going to be disappointed, because the performance of the palette is there. It's just going to be a matter of whether you want to pay the 70 bucks or not. I'm happy I have it, no regrets, but if I had this YouTube channel, would I have tried this? Maybe. maybe this one instead of the other one, just because I had heard so many good things about the other one and this color story appeals to me more. So I probably would have, but I would have liked a discount code if I had one. I didn't get to use one. I didn't know of one to use. So if any of you know of a HINDASH discount code that I can put in a pinned comment, definitely let me know, or I can add it to the description box. But I did pay full price for it. So now I want to hear from you guys. What did you think of the 3 looks? What did you think of the color story? What have your thoughts been on HINDASH cosmetics, on HINDASH beauty? What has your experience been? Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.